Do you enjoy doing dry fire training at home, but when it comes to AR-15s, you get tired of having to charge the charging handle in between each shot? Well, stick around and we'll show you a product that'll take care of that. So if you're unfamiliar with the term, dry fire exercises is just what you do with a firearm, not at the range without actually shooting any ammunition. So you'll use that to practice on trigger squeeze, breathing control, those kind of things. Now previously I showed you the Mantis Laser Academy app for pistols. Well, you can also use it with a rifle, and in this case, an AR-15. So as usual with a firearm, before we do anything, we'll make sure we are clear and safe. And we are. So the thing with dry fire exercises with the AR-15, part of everything is having a good cheek to stock weld. So when you're firing a laser with an AR-15, as I squeeze the trigger, you'll see if I squeeze again, nothing happens because the hammer's already fallen. So even though it's just a little bit, you still have to recycle the charging handle before you squeeze the trigger again for it to fall. So it's kind of unnatural of what you would do at a range. That is until Mantis came out with the Blackbeard X. So this is a dry fire system. This one is obviously for the AR-15. You have a few different laser options. You can get a red laser, a green laser, or infrared laser. But let's go ahead and see what we get in there. Alright, so opening up the box, we get a little quick instruction manual showing you how to power it on and how to get everything working. Then you have a nice zippered case here. You get an Allen wrench in there so you can adjust the windage and elevation. And then you get a bolt carrier group and a magazine. So the magazine is actually the battery for the system. It is rechargeable. And then on the laser itself, you can change to only when it's fired. Let me get something that fits in there. Or you can set it to always on. So we'll just leave that to only when fired. So again, so looking at setup, again, previously we talked about making sure your weapon is clear. We have already done that. So we're just going to release the rear takedown pin. We'll slide our charging handle and bolt carrier group out. And then we'll take the Blackbeard bolt carrier group, slide that in, push our pin down, and close everything up. All right. And then we will take our magazine, we'll stick that in, make sure the power is on. So now what should happen as I squeeze this, it should reset the trigger. So let me get a little bit closer here. As I'm squeezing the trigger here, that system is resetting the trigger. And as you can see, let's see if you can see it here, it shoots the laser out. So obviously you're not going to get the recoil you may be used to when firing, but as I mentioned, I can keep that cheek to stock weld and it resets that trigger. So let me see how fast. So as you can see, that's pretty fast that I'm pulling that trigger, and it's resetting pretty quick. So if you wanted to do double tap drills, it's super responsive. So that definitely will make it much better. And obviously, just in reverse, to switch back to your regular firearm, you'll drop the magazine. Mantis X bolt carrier group is a little bit, I don't know if it's a spring or if it's a little bit thicker, but the rear takedown pin does not come out as easily. Just slide that out and drop our charging handle and bolt carrier group back in. And just like that, you're back to your firearm ready to go. So, like I said, the thing that's great about it is now you're not redoing that charging handle every time that you want to squeeze off a round. As you saw, it is super responsive to multiple trigger taps in a row. So that's definitely a good thing. The other huge advantage is if you've ever used just regular laser cartridges, it's not too bad with the handgun because you got the short barrel, but once you have a rifle, you got to get a ramrod to get that laser cartridge, which usually looks like a round, out of the barrel. Like I said, love that it comes with its own carrying case. For me, the only disadvantage, and if you've watched this channel any amount of time, you know I complain about it every time, the charging port for it is a micro USB instead of a USB-C. So again, eventually, hopefully, the whole world moves to one single plug so you're not carrying around 75 different cables. So yeah, that's it. Super quick review this week. Thanks so much for stopping by. If you found the review useful, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. If you have any questions about the product, please go ahead and drop that in the comment section below, and I'll answer those to the best of my ability. And as usual, if there's anything in particular that you would like to see reviewed, please drop that in the comment section below, along with if there's anything in particular you want me to test with that product so we can do it during the video. Other than that, that's going to do it. Thanks so much for sticking around. We'll see you next time. Bye.